Hi, I'm Wanda with Jimmy Branch Homestead, and today I'm going to be working on water lines. So I have added all of these blueberry buckets to this year, and so far I've been watering them by hand. As the season progresses, I am going to be so busy with the homestead that one of the areas that I can save time is by setting up a watering system. So I'm going to I had a watering system here, an existing one for all of these raised beds, and I am going to patch into it. One of the things I like to do is add a shutoff for each thing so that when it's really hot and I need more watering, I can shut off certain lines to get water to them, and then turn those back on and shut off other lines. So to start this project, I had to remove the corner piece that I had attaching these two together, and I'm going to replace it with a T. So that I can have the other water line run out this way. And a bunch of water came out and just got me all wet. Good thing it's warm out. And these just push on. And then I have a roll of 1/2-inch piping, basically. It's like it's called drip tubing, 1/2-inch drip tubing. And that's what I use for the main lines. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of see that there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just I have shark bite cutters that I use for this. And I cut off, a 2-3-inch piece. And I'm going to put that directly on the end here. The newer stuff is a little harder to get on because it hasn't stretched out yet. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And then to that, I am adding a shutoff. And these shutoff tools and stuff I got from Haas Tools. They also sell the drip line, both the large and the small. But then I got these from a local store in town because I ran out. All right, let's see if we can get this on here. Okay. Now these shutoff pieces, they have these little knobs that you then screw on to the pipes to keep a tight connection. Okay. So then over here, I'm going to have to cut another piece. Let's put it about there. Let's see. Let's do that. Okay. And then of course I screw it back on the other end. And now I'm putting on the corner that I took off from over here originally. Oh, I didn't finish getting that all the way on. Oh, I have a hard time with my hands. And twist that out on it. Okay, that tightened up. And it's best if you can get it on all the way up to where the twist is going to be. And then I just twist that down. And that's what locks that on there. Okay. While I have it off, I think I'll cut the upright one. Oh, I'm going to have to go get me another corner. I forgot. These work great for cutting this plastic piping. Okay, I had to get another 1/2-inch elbow. It's like putting a puzzle together when you do this. Oh, that seemed easier. Okay. So that is for going up the bucket. And these little torch lighters don't take much. It'll really melt it. That's what I use to melt holes here in the weed fabric. Oh, helps so much. Just getting that little bit of heat really makes a difference on how easy it is to get on there. Hallelujah. Alright. Okay. Oops. Alright, what happened here? Made it a little too long, I guess. Let's just scoot that down that way a little. Okay. And I will come back and put fabric staples to hold these lines down. And I'll probably get some plumber's tape and cut some strips and put around this and just screw it into the side. Just to really hold it in place so it doesn't come off. But now I'm going to run the line all the way down to the end bucket. I'm going to attach it here and then run it all the way down so that I know how much to cut. And of course this has been, wound up for a while, so it wants to still wind. As soon as it's been out in the sun for a little bit, it'll settle down. And like I said, I'll use fabric staples to hold it down in the ground too, in the bucket. And then these are the fabric staples that I use. These aren't quite long enough for this end. Okay, so I have the whole main line down now. Now to get the water off the main line onto the plants, I'll be using a 1/4 inch tubing with a little self bubbler. And the way that I did this, if I end up adding more buckets down, I can add just a coupling to put 2 pieces of the 1/2 inch together and continue on down the road. But right now I didn't want water just sitting in that long end, so that's why I ended it at the last bucket. Okay. So now I have the 1/4 inch tubing and the bubbler, and I'll just attach it to the bubbler. Again, just push it on securely till it's up there. And I won't need a very long piece at all on these. So the little attachment is going to be what goes into the tubing here. And I have this little tool. It looks almost like a key. And that's what I'll be putting the hole in the tubing with. So I just poke the hole in the side of the tubing. Okay, pretty easy. And then I take this one piece off the bubbler. That's where it goes, the piece you use to go into the 1/2 inch. And I'll poke that into the hole I just made. And then I just cut a piece of the tubing. And you adjust the flow with this little round head here, it turns. Which I'll do after I get the water on. And then it just pokes in the ground to stay right next to the plant you're watering. Once in a while, if you have these too loose, they will blow off. Okay, let's continue. And that's all there is to it. I now have water hooked up to my blueberries. So, now I need to figure out my watering for my raised beds. Okay, so my next watering system setup is going to be for my raised beds here and these buckets here. So, I'm going to start off with the main line, and I'm going to put this T in here for the garden hose to attach here. And of course the garden hose will at some point here be attached to a timer. The main line is going to run all the way down along the wood this way and this way. Okay, so we had frost the last couple of days and a lot of high winds. So now I need to get this plastic off so my plants are not burning up. So now what I'm going to do is the other day I just got this one little short piece out here, but I haven't got it fastened down or anything. So To do that, I'm going to grab some plumber's tape and a screwdriver, and then I'll show you how we fasten this down and add to it. Okay, so if you get the aluminum metal banding, it's pretty easy to cut with tin snips. And I already measured this around and it fits to where I need to screw it into, so. Okay, that'll be enough for this section. Oops. And I need like 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches, no more, for putting these screws in, otherwise it'll go all the way through and I could catch my hand when I'm working on stuff. And I want it to be far enough away from the end to not impact it, and also to give me room if I ever need to add to it or change it. Oops. And one at each end and one in the middle would be plenty just to hold this in place. You don't, okay, that one's kind of crushing it just a little, but enough for the water to get through. And this is the end anyway, so I'm sure we're pretty good on that. But I'll need to watch it down in the middle. Okay, so I forgot about putting the shutoff in, so I needed to add one of these shutoffs here. So I've added it to the T here, and then I've cut back the main hose here, and then I just need to get that fitted on here. Okay. Okay, so now we got the main line. I got to go back and add for the watering systems for each of these sections. And I could do it a couple different ways, which I'm still debating. I have like a flat tape that I use in my in-ground garden that has water every 12 inches. But because these aren't set up right on 12 inches, I'm afraid it won't be at the plant to get the plant individually watered well. So I think instead I'm going to go with the 1/4 inch lines and add the bubblers. So I have some used ones and I have some new ones. So I'm hoping I have enough, because it's going to take a lot of them doing individual like that. Okay, so this is the main line that I put in between the buckets and the bed. I have a T in it here and a shut-off here. This shut-off is for this whole bed and these buckets. Okay, then, so far, oops, I have one row of line here and 3 buckets done with the lines in it. I have lots more to go, but I wanted to show you how it was being done. Okay, then I put 2 corners on, and up, one facing down, one facing up, and extending the main line over here. Another shut-off valve for this bed. If this one shut off, it shuts off both beds. But right now I have the far one shut off because I have nothing in that last bed. I don't have any of the lines ran off this main line yet, but it'll be done the same way as over there. And then for the lettuce, I'm thinking I'll run like a tape line. It's a flat line with holes in it to soak the ground. And the holes are every 12 inches. So I'll try to get them to where they're at least in between the plants to make sure all the plants get watered. And the same down here. So this is where I'm going to end today's video. I still need to go to town and upload the video so that you can see it on Saturday. Our Wi-Fi here is terrible, so I can't even upload it. It would be too interrupted. But if you are enjoying this type of video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe and share our videos. It's the best way that you can help us to grow our channel. Thank you so much for watching Jimmy Branch Homestead.